From the Blues Hotel Collective, welcome to Blues Moments in Time, where every groove holds a memory and every moment echoes the truth of what came before. Today, we rewind the reel, trace the footsteps, and revisit the chapters that shaped the blues. Here is our host, Kelvin Huggins.
You know, the blues has this beautiful way of making time, not just in 12 bars, but in moments. Moments that echo through decades, across oceans, from the Delta to Dublin, from Chicago to Sydney. We're taking a journey through some of these pivotal moments. Some happened a century ago, some are happening right now, and some happen every year, like clockwork, reminding us why this music never really leaves us. This is Blues Moments in Time. Whether you're listening from Memphis or Melbourne, London or Louisiana, these stories belong to all of us. Because the blues doesn't respect borders. It just keeps moving, keeps breathing, keeps telling its truth. So pour something smooth, settle in, and let's travel through time together. Today is October 31. Let's start where so many stories begin, with the American foundations, the moments that built the house the blues still lives in. October 31st, 1902, Kansas City, Missouri. A little girl named Julia Lee came into the world, and she'd grow up to become one of the most influential voices you've probably never heard enough about. Julia Lee wasn't just a blues singer, she was a rhythm and blues pioneer who could work a piano and command a room like few others. Her sly wit, her confident delivery, her ability to make a ballad swing and a jump tune smoulder. She helped pave the way for every R&B artist who followed. She understood something fundamental. The blues could make you dance and make you think, all at the same time. Fast forward to October 31st in 1927. Victoria Spivey stepped into a recording studio and laid down tracks that would define what it meant to be a blues woman with something to say. She sang about real life, money troubles, relationship troubles, the kind of troubles that didn't care if you were ready for them or not. Her voice carried weight, authenticity, grit. She wasn't performing pain, she was sharing it, transforming it. And in doing so, she created a template for emotional honesty in blues that still resonates today. October 31st, 1952. This is when the magic really started cooking between Johnny Johnson and Chuck Berry. Now, if you know your blues history, you know this partnership was lightning in a bottle. Johnson's piano work, that rolling boogie-woogie foundation, gave Berry the platform to build rock and roll. It was blues meeting innovation, tradition shaking hands with revolution. Without that collaboration, the sound that would inspire the Beatles, the Stones and countless others might never have crystallised quite the same way. And then, October 31st, 1970, Johnny Moeller enters the world in Houston, Texas. He'd grow up to become one of the most respected guitarists in contemporary blues, spending years with the fabulous Thunderbirds, keeping that Texas blues tradition alive and electric. Moeller represents that unknown line, proving that the blues didn't stop evolving in the 60s. It kept growing, kept finding new voices. Now here's where things get interesting. The blues didn't just stay in blues clubs. It infiltrated everything. Broadway, Motown, British rock, even MTV. Let's talk about those crossover moments and the influence that didn't always get credited. October 31, 1957, Lena Horne opened in Jamaica on Broadway. Now, some might say, wait, that's not blues? But hold on. Lena Horne brought a sophistication, a strength, and emotional depth drawn directly from African American musical traditions, including the blues. She showed mainstream America that black artistry could command the biggest stages, wear the finest costumes, and still carry the soul and story. She influenced generations of singers, blues singers included, who understood that presentation and authenticity aren't opposites. On this day in 1964, the Supremes had a #1 hit, part of that Motown explosion that was reshaping American music. Now, Motown was polished, sophisticated, designed for crossover success, but underneath those strings and backing vocals, blues DNA. The storytelling, the emotional honesty, the rhythm, it all come from the blues. And when the Supremes topped the charts, they opened doors for blues rock artists, showing the industry that black music in all its forms was commercial gold. 2013. On this day, Bobby Parker passed away, and with him went one of the most uncredited influences in rock and blues history. Parker's guitar lick from Watch Your Step, the Beatles borrowed it for I Feel Fine. British invasion bands studied his records, learned his phrases, built careers on his innovations, but Parker never got the fame or fortune those bands achieved. His story is a reminder the blues has always given more than it's received, always taught more students than it claimed credit for. Now the MTV story. October 31, 1989. MTV Unplugged premiered, and suddenly a generation raised on synthesizers and drum machines discovered something revolutionary: acoustic instruments and raw emotion. Shows like Eric Clapton's Unplugged reintroduced blues standards to millions of young fans. Alberta, Layla, stripped down to its aching core. This was blues education disguised as 90s programming. It proved what blues musicians always knew. The songs don't need production, they just need truth. So, where does that bring us today? The blues is alive and thriving all over this planet. Let me take you on a quick world tour. Over in the UK, Rebecca Downs is gearing up to drop new music. She's part of this incredible British blues scene that's been carrying the torch, Joe Bonamassa and others, brought over from the States and making it distinctly British. Powerful vocals, rock-solid production, emotional gut punches that don't quit. In Ireland, Dom Martin released Belfast Blues and is exactly what blues storytelling should be. Rooted in place, steeped in history, and universal in feeling. He's taking Irish experiences and pouring it through blues forms, proving once again that the blues is a language, not a location. Back stateside, Nick Shoulders gave us Refugee Blues, an album that tackles Southern identity, ecological concerns, community resilience, showing that the blues can address our current moment without losing its connection to the past. The blues has always been about survival, about finding beauty in struggle. Shoulders gets that. Back here in Australia, Michael Videlli is launching new work that's keeping Australian blues rock vital. Australia's had a love affair with electric blues for decades, and artists like Videlli ensure that tradition stays loud and proud. Also from Australia, the Matt Cahill combo blends blues with jazz influences, creating music with serious emotional range. Tender one moment, fierce the next. That's the blues tradition right there, containing multitudes. And speaking of Australia, the Island Blues and Roots Festival continues to provide platforms for both legends and newcomers, creating spaces where blues interpretations can breathe and develop. These festivals are crucial. They're where the next generation cuts its teeth. Then there's 8-Ball Aiken, spreading blues gospel globally, adapting the form to new contexts without losing its essence. The blues travels well because it speaks to something fundamental in human experience. Now, today is the 31st of October. It's Halloween, and you better believe blues radio shows around the world are leaning in spooky blues. Voodoo Woman, I Put a Spell on You. All those supernatural songs that remind us that the blues has always flirted with mystery and magic. It's tradition now, this annual celebration of blues and the otherworldly. For blues professionals, October 31 means something else too. It's the eligibility cut-off for the Blues Music Awards. Everything released before midnight tonight is in the running. So for musicians, producers, label folks, this date is circled on the calendar, a yearly marker of achievement and aspiration. So there you have it, Blues Moments in Time, from Julia Lee in 1902 to the artists releasing music today, from Kansas City to country Cork to Queensland. The blues keeps marking time, keeps creating moments worth remembering. What I love about these anniversaries, these moments, is they remind us that the blues isn't stuck in the past. It's a living, breathing thing. It's happening right now in your headphones, in clubs and festivals, in bedrooms and studios across the world. The blues respects its history, sure, but it doesn't live there. It lives here with us, finding new voices, new stories, new ways to say old truths. Join me tomorrow as the Blues Hotel Collective presents Blues Moments in Time. I'm Kelvin Huggins. Until then, keep the blues alive.